Hello. How is everybody this evening? Excuse me. Got a little horse there. Horse. Okay, I need to pull out. I think I've got a shadow. There we go. Now. Yeah, that's better. I had a shadow over my grid paper. All right. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Jeannie, Ruby. How are y'all? So glad y'all are here. Hi, Debbie. Just trying to see who's always here. Make sure my laptop's going to act right. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad y'all are here. Yay! Yeah, I had a good day today. It was a busy day. Mondays, my Mondays always are. I do paperwork on Mondays, but tell you what, I had an adventure this morning. You know, Mondays I go in at 5 o'clock, so the produce and meat and dairy managers can clean some before they start prepping at 6. That's our normal go-in time in the mornings. So I was running some reports for the produce and the meat guy. Hi, Sandy. And I wanted to make sure there was paper in the printer. So I bent over because it's down under. We have a little stand that computer's on. And it's down under it. And so I bent down and noticed, okay, we need some paper. So I reached up, got some paper, bent back down and put the paper in the printer, closed the little slide thing, because it's a big printer under there. And right beside that, we have this shelf that our TV monitor is on for our security system. And it's just, I mean, it's right beside it. I raised back up and whammed. Hi, Lynn Mott. The corner of that sucker with the left side of my head. And I'm going to tell you, I told my head cashier after she got there, she didn't get there, she didn't come in till 6. And I laughed about it because I made a joke. I told her I thought I'd addled my brain, but I'm going to tell you what, this more the day went by, I decided maybe it did addle my brain a little bit. But boy, I was giving myself a good wallop on the noggin. So, it's been a while since I've done that one. Hi, Sandra. I am so glad you're here. So, anywho's, it's sore. It's got a little bit of a fever in it. I don't like touching it because it makes it hurt. But anyway, I am ready for us to get crafty. I've got everything. I hope I've got everything laying out here. Probably not. I probably have forgotten something, I am sure. You know, I usually do. But this first card is going to be real simple, real quick, real easy card to make. Anybody can make it, especially as long as you've got a big shop. And I am using the beautiful Bouquet. I'm going to be using, let's see, this stem here with these leaves. I'm going to use, I don't know if y'all can see that, this stem, this flower, and then I'm going to do, let me see, where's the other one? I'm going to use this one right here, this little bitty one right here as a filler. I am going to use, this is going to be a birthday card. I'm going to use the happy birthday right there. And wishing you a day of love and happy memories. Also going to use the layering ovals, framelits, dies. I think, let me see, we're using scallops, a scallop and a regular oval. This is the biggest scallop, and this is the next size down of the regular oval. That way I can layer them. So we're going to use those. And I knew there was probably something I should have done. I should have mounted all of my stamps. I got my blocks out. Excuse me. we have been having this hot weather, and then the nights have been a little bit cooler, and Johnny's been a little bit horsey, and I'm afraid I'm going to catch his little horsey, whatever he's got. It worries me, because I sure don't want to get sick, you know. So anyway, there is our stems. Wait a minute. I used the plain one too, that's right. Totally forgot, because I used it with the little teeny tiny one there. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. We're going to mount it first, because I'm going to use this same block, because I have to use it, the other one, for something else. Oops, look there, that's not straight. Let's get these straight. This shows you how you can mount your blocks, or your stamps on your blocks. Mount your blocks. I need the A. I'm using the H and the B and the C. And when I find it, I'm going to use the A for this little tiny little stamp. And I think I'm going to see if this stem will fit on the G. And I'm going to just put it there, because I'm not using the whole stamp anyway. I'm just going to use part of it. So that'll work. That will work. Yes, it will. Alright, we're not really going to have a lot of layers to this. I see our layers are going to be with our sentiment. And we're going to do that with the Big Shot. We are using, well, Pear Bazaaz. For the life of me, I could not even remember. Pear Bazaaz. This is A2. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it 4 1/4. We're going to fold it over and give it a nice crease with bone folder. And our card is going to go this way. Look, guys, Edna's here. Hey, Edna. I'm so glad you're here with us. I hope you can spend most of the evening with us. Yay, Edna. Love it, love it, love it. I'm so glad you're here. Alrighty, we have some Poppy Parade. Don't you just love this Poppy Parade? This is going to be for my sentiment on the inside. It's 4 by 2 3/4. I'm going to use this piece right here with Big Shot. I'm going to cut my scalloped oval on it. Our Whisper White piece is what I'm going to cut my regular oval on. And we are going to go ahead and do our Big Shot work real quick. And get that out of the way. I'll tell you, I've got stuff just stacked over here at the end of my counter where my Big Shot's home is. I forgot to move it. Alright, see, we can do this at the same time because they will both fit on here. I've got my magnetic plate on here. I'm going to put my Poppy Parade, my Whisper White, my dies. I'm going to run them through. Sharon's not using her brain today. Yes. Hi, Stephanie. I'm glad you joined us. Oh, guys, this is Michael Griffin. Yay, Mike. Hey, I'm glad you found me. I have known Mike for over 40 years. Him and his first wife was best friends of mine and Johnny's way back when, because him and Johnny worked together at the paper. And so we've known each other forever. And he was in the grocery store the other day and said he couldn't find me, and I told him where to find me. So, yay, he found me. He just wanted to see what I do over here. Tell you what I do, Mike, I make cards. I do cards. I love it. Sometimes I'll do 3D projects too. But today, cards only. Alright, move the Big Shot back over here in its little spot here. And we are going to start stamping our flowers and our sentiment on our Whisper White. I totally forgot to get the happy birthday. Okay, it's just appeared on me. Alrighty. I told y'all that blow to my head this morning addled my brain. Totally addled it. Can't even think straight. So, okay, let me get another big block. Here we go. We're going to stamp our sentiments in our Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm going to stamp this because, of course, I'm going to do my finger first. Why not? Have to do that first. So we're going to position this right up here at the top, in the middle, and voila. Love it. That stamp's so good. Looks nice. I like how crisp that's stamped. And then I'm going to send y'all for a spin. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to. Alright, we are going to go ahead, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp my flowers first, and then I'm going to connect my stems to it. That way I'll have my flowers exactly where I want them, and then I can do my stems. Okay, we're using the Poppy Parade. Loving this color. Loving it. And y'all get to see what I did to my practice card. I really made kind of a mess of it. Yeah. But not too horribly bad. Just a little bit. Okay, look at there. That looks good. Now, we're going to get our pear bazaars. I love the pear bazaars for stems and things like that. It just makes them nice, I think. Scoot it over a little bit. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to get this up here, and we're going to, I think I should have turned my flowers a little differently, but that's okay. We're going to do our stems like this. They're not, tell you what, for some reason or another, I can't get them to, oops, that one's better. That one is better. This one, I'm going to swing it that way. Okay. Right now then, we're going to put our little bitty one on, but I'm going to put the stem on first because I want this right at the very end of my stem, and I want to control where I put it a little better. So we're going to put the stem on first. I didn't want to use one with a leaf on this for this. Let me scoot my pear bazaars because sure's the world. I will still stick this stamp pad right, or this ink, this stamp right into the pear bazaars. And see, I am stamping this down 3 times. It gives it a fuller flower look to me, and I like it better than this one little bitty. That's just there. I want it to be a little fuller than that. This one is trying to fall apart. There we go. There is that one. I'm telling you, this is so quick and easy to do. Just fast, fast, fast part. You know? So we're going to, let me see. What do I'm going to need the, close these up because I'm going to be wearing more than black if I don't. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our sentiment on the inside of our card. I'm going to try and get done quick enough tonight because y'all haven't seen the babies lately. And I want y'all to see how much they have grown. I'll tell you what, they have been such stinkers. Our Cleopatra has gotten really bad about the potty pad. You know, I told y'all how bad she was. She likes to tear it up. Well, she obviously tore one up while I was at work today, because Johnny had taken it up and didn't put one back down. Hi, Jessie. It's okay. It's okay if you're late. It's all right. You're here. That's what counts, you know? Anyway, I'm in here getting my stuff out, my ink pads and everything out, and I hear something rattling. And I'm thinking, what is she up to now? And I stepped over to the door. The bathroom's right across from my crafty room door. there she was. She had that new pouty pad I had put down, and she had her feet on the end of it, and she was ripping it to pieces. Well, bless Tut's heart, he was laying there in the doorway. He wasn't participating in it. He was smarter than her, because when I came through the door, she couldn't get out because I was blocking one way and Tut had the other way blocked. And I wore her out. Had put a new potty pad down. And wouldn't you know that stinker went back at it. I swanny, it just, I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I know they're just puppies, but my goodness, you'd think by this point they'd learn. Well, I think she would learn anyway. Especially after I wore her out for tearing that one up. But she didn't. She had to go back at it again. Then we had to keep a watch on her because she wanted to go back a third time. Hey, when you've got 6.5-month-old puppies, they are just, they're something else. Especially these. But anyway, I get done in enough time, which I hope I do. I'm going to show y'all how much they have grown. Y'all are going to be so surprised at how much they have grown. Jessie knows because she saw them a couple of Saturdays ago when she was here when we was doing Paper Pumpkin. And so she knows how much they've grown, how much of stinkers they are. But we are training them to not jump. Tell them they can jump outside, but they can't jump on the inside of the house. And so they're getting a little better about that. So, anyways, now then, this is pretty much it. I'm telling you, this is almost it. But I am going to bling this up. Surprise, surprise. I am going to use some of these basic adhesive backed sequins. I take them out of what they come in so I can put them in a zippy bag. That way I can get to them easier. And see, they got the adhesive on the back, so I don't have to put any glue dots down or anything like that to make them stick to my card. Oh, excuse me, I am so sorry. I ate supper a while ago and it's talking to me now. So put this on there, and we're going to just put one on the inside, and we're going to put it right up here. And there we have it. There is that card. Now, the only thing we have left to do is we have got to stamp our envelope. We have got to stamp our envelope. We are going to use this one with the leaves. Open up our pear bazaars. I'm going to stamp that down. I'm going to stamp it down first instead of the flower. I'm going to curve it this way just a little bit. Okay. Close it up or I won't be wearing it. Put our flower with our Poppy Parade. I think I may turn this flower a little here. I'll turn it this way. Voila! Now we have our envelope stamped. Okay. Close up our Poppy Parade. So there we have our first card. Okay, here's the one I made for my sample. Here's the inside. So this is just a really fast... Yes, Jessie, they're only 6.5 months old, and yes, they are huge. Anyway, here's the front, here's the inside, here's our envelope. See, I told you, this is really fast and it's quick. You don't have to have layers upon layers upon layers, but that's what I like. But I wanted something that was really fast and quick that we can make in a hurry. If we got to make a birthday card at the last minute, you know, and say, oh man, let's, you know, we don't have to have a lot of layers. So, there is our first card. Now, our second card, we are going to be use Lily Pad Lake because I want this moon right here. We're going to use sheltering trees. We're going to use the tree here and the leaves. And we are going to use this piece for our falling leaves, and this piece right here for our ground. We are using Whisper White Thick as our card base. 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4. We're going to give it a crease here and work on that fold. Give it a nice fold and some love here and get it laying down good. Alright, this card, we're going to open this away. We have 2 pieces of Balmy Blue. These are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Then our next layer that we are going to stamp on is our Whisper White. It's 5 by 3 3/4. We're using crumb cake, pineapple punch, Cajun Craze, and Sahara Sand as our stamp colors for this card. And we are going to open this up and get everything out. For some reason that didn't want to come. Okay. There's our leaves. Here's this. Okay. Of course, my picture just went whoop. Alrighty. Let's see. We are using Friendship is a Sheltering Tree. I'm going to use that. Let's see. And Thankful for You. That's our other sentiment we're going to use. Okay. Let me see if I can find where is it at. Oh. Thankful for You. It's right here. Thankful for You. I sworn I can't see and read tonight. Okay, and of course we have our envelope. Let's get our moon out. Okay, our moon, you can tell I've got 2 different types here. We have red rubber, which is considered our clear stamp because it goes on a clear block. Then we have our photopolymer that is see-through. We can see all the way through it, especially when we get it onto our clear block. And we are going to mount our stamps crooked. I'm trying to hurry too fast, I think. It's part of my problem tonight. Because I want y'all to see my babies. Because y'all haven't seen them in a while. Okay, I'm going to come back. Let me get my other E-block. We're using E-blocks, H-block, D-block, B-block. Okay. D-block. D-block. Okay. Our D-block, we're going to catty corner that one. And we're going to get a B-block for our moon. All right. Well, I had a B-block. Duh. Okay. We are going to start by stamping our tree. Our tree is going to be stamped in the Sahara Sand. And because it's a bigger stamp, I'm going to turn my stamp pad, my ink pad over and ink my tree like this. Now, I've got it crooked on here, so I'm going to try and straighten it up like this. I'm going to come down about, I'm going to try and get it in the middle. Sorry if my noggin's in your light. Okay, I'm going to give it some rub. Voila! That worked pretty well. I'm pleased with that. Okay, now, I'm going to close that up for the moment. And we are going to, see, as you can see, I have got 2 different stamp types. This is our old one that opens this away. I should have the new ones like this that opens like a compact for these old ones pretty soon when I get to get my order. I don't know why I'm closing that up. I need this. So I'm hoping to get ordered this weekend because I get paid. I had to wait until I got paid since, you know the I'm broke and ain't got any money syndrome. I think we all have that syndrome, don't we? All right, now I am fixing to use, I'm going to use a blender pen here, and I am going to fill in this sun like this with this blender pen, because I don't want that sun to be just a circle with some white around it. So we're just going to, and I'm not blending, I'm not going to shade it or anything like this. This is just a sun. It's a little darker than I wanted it, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to fret about it. It will be all right. Now, we are going to do some of our leaves in this pineapple punch, because, I'm ready for fall. Hi, Shannon. I'm glad you're here. I am. I'm going to close that up. Okay. And we're going to see if I can center it here and get us some leaves on this tree. I'm going to come down just a smidge here and get us some leaves here. Okay. Voila. Now, I like that. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm trying to make this look really autumn looking, because I'm telling you, I am so ready. So ready. So we're going to use some Cajun Craze. And we are going to stamp some Cajun Craze also over and right here with our pineapple punch. And I'm not going to, it's going to be as close to on it as I can get without it being right on it. I want it just off a little. I'm hoping it's off a little. Voila, it's off more than I thought it was going to be. But hey, that's all right. Leaves are not perfect. But I love how this turned out to be perfect to me. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me get my crumb cake real quick, and let's put our, I'm not putting grass, I'm just putting some little filling here. Ta-da! Just like that. And then we are going to take, all right, what did I do with it? But of course, I probably didn't get it out. Although I thought I had. No, I didn't. Alrighty. There's that. I need an A block. Let me get this A block over here. And we're going to, this is going to be our leaves coming down. We're going to go with the Pineapple Grove first. I mean, they're falling off the tree here. It's the only place they're going to be falling off. I'm going to like this. Now then. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to close these up, because I sure don't want to go to work tomorrow Cajun crazed and pineapple punchy. I'm going to use those again in just a minute, but I'm just not ready to use them just yet. We are going to take our sentiment, friendship is a sheltering tree. We are going to use the crumb cake. And that's what we're going to stamp, the color we're going to stamp it in. We're going to ink it up really good, like this. And we're going to scoot it down just a little. So maybe I won't get my noggin. Hi, Barb. This is, I think I'll have to get it. I'll tell you what, I love the trees. I love all the tree stamp sets. I have to buy the trees. I don't know what it is. I just love trees. We have one huge, huge tree in the back of our yard. It's been there. It's growing here when we bought our home forever ago. And it has just gotten bigger and bigger over the years, and I love it. If something happens to that tree, if it fell and it fell towards the house, I think it would reach the house now because it is so huge, and I love it. But if something happens to it, I think I will cry because I just love that tree so much. So, all right, there's our front. We're going to take our inside piece. We're going to stamp the Thankful for You. Go ahead and stamp it real quick. Okay, we're going to stamp it right up here. We're going to stamp it in the middle. See if I can get it straight for us. Voila! I'm pleased, I'm pleased. Okay, then we are going to take, here we're going to have some little fallen trees on the inside, or leaves on the inside of our card too. We're going to come, we're going to scoot it up. We're going to come this way with it. We're going to hit the corner right there and right there. Okay. Use our Cajun Craze. I'm going to get that right there. Right there. And this, and I turned it this way, so I'm going to turn it that way. Now then, we got some falling trees. Falling leaves. Oh, I want to keep calling them falling trees. Hi, Shelly. I am glad you are watching. Tell you what, I'm glad you got your catalog a lot quicker than I thought. They told me you wouldn't get it till today. Well, they were on the ball with getting it mailed to you. Woohoo! I'm glad. All right, now then, we've got the front and the back. And let me get me a baby wipe because my hands feel nasty. They feel nasty. So we're going to do that. Okay. Now, we're going to mount these on our balmy blue pieces of cardstock with our liquid glue. Yeah, I love this stuff. Tell you, I've got all this snail that I need to be using. I just love my liquid glue since I can't use my fast fuse anymore since they discontinued it. That was so disappointing, but you know, they're going to come out with something better. I just have to be patient. I know they're going to come out with something better than the fast fuse. Probably going to be faster fuse. Yeah, faster fuse. Tell you what, Johnny has been canning like a madman since last week. One day he cans tomatoes, the next day he cans green beans. And he's been flipping it back and forth. Tomatoes one day, green beans the next. Tell you what, we're canning a whole lot of green beans because we feed green beans to the babies. Thank you, Shelley. Steps and miles. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting your daily steps and miles in. Uh-oh, I was about to put that on the inside. That's not right. Anyway, we feed green beans to the babies because it's good for them. They like them raw and they like them out of the can. No seasoning, no salt, nothing like that. They can't have that stuff. But we feed them, we feed them all sorts of things. We feed them English peas and carrots, and we discovered that they love cucumbers. I think the thing they love more than anything is bananas, because you can say, "You want a nanny?" and oh my gosh, they go have a fit. But then Angel likes bananas too, and she'll eat the green beans and the English peas. And the carrots. Not as much as they will, but she will eat some of that. You know, when you're 14 years old and she's a little more set in her ways than they are, she gets to eat a little different than they do. They get more dry food and she gets more wet. You know, she doesn't have any, she only has one tooth left, so, you know, I'd hate to think I had to eat with just one tooth. But she's just a baby, so. Alrighty, let's get us, get our envelope stamped here. And we will be done with this one too. And we're doing awesome with time here. Yay! Because I know y'all would probably love to see the babies and see how much they have grown. Okay, some fallen leaves there. And if I can get my stamp pad opened up right. Tell you what, a friend of mine was wanting me to do. She can't always remember the sizes and everything of cards and stuff. So I told her that I would probably do a video of the sizes and everything and what you cut sizes with, you know, for your cards. I don't know if I'll do it live or if I'll just do a video and post it. I'll probably just do a video and post it because I could do that quick in the evening, or yeah, I'm not going to do that in the morning before I go to work tomorrow. So, but that'll be probably something that I will be doing. And so if any of y'all are interested in it, y'all be available to watch. But anyway, here's this card. And here's the inside. This is the one. See, my son on this one isn't as dark. And this one, I got darker. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I like them both. I've got more Cajun Craze on this one than I do on this one. I've got enough Cajun Craze on it, but you can really see the pineapple punch too, which I like that too, because, you know, trees are not always the exact same. Leaves aren't the exact same. The colors aren't the exact same. Yes, I knew that Bebop liked green beans. She likes them raw, don't she? I think it's awesome. And they're good for them. That's what's great. They're good for them. Anyway, here's the second card. All right. Now then, we are going to go ahead and get on to our third and final card. For this one, I'm knocking blocks off. What hit the floor? It was my block. Okay, we're using a spritzer. We're using a D block. Granny apple green. A tree again. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Shelley. Using Lovely as a tree. I am going to be using this tree right here. I'm going to use Rooted in Nature. And I'm going to use Thinking of You. I'm going to be dry embossing with this Layering Leaves Dynamic Embossing Folder. Okay. Let's see. Our card base is Shaded Spruce. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4. And we're going to fold it and give it a nice crease. Tell you, I am so ready for fall. And I'm not usually this ready, but I sure am this year. I don't like this heat. The older I get, the less of the heat I like. I'm just not a let's have some heat person, you know. That's what I tell everybody is I don't like to sweat. And I don't. I really don't. Although I can get out in the garden and get out and weed the flower bed and things like that and not even think anything about sweating. But just sweating in general, yeah, I don't like it. Just don't like it. But, you know, part of living in the South. Alrighty, I gotta find me another D block. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Glue on my fingers and it gets on my blocks. Okay. thinking of you. I'm going to get that straight. Okay, there we go. We have that. We're going to put this over here. I think we're going to set those over here. Put that through the bone folder. We're going to get our embossing folder out. We are using our embossing folder to emboss some of this Tropical Escape DSP. And let's see, what have I got here? Oh, that's our envelope. We have some Whisper White. That's 5 1/4 by 4. But we're going to do our embossing first. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is called a deep embossing folder. It means it embosses deeper than our regular embossing folder. So I've got my standard platform plate. All we need for it is 1 standard plate. We don't need 2 because this is a thicker embossing folder. See, it's a lot thicker when see how much thicker that is? Anyway, because it's thicker, I need to mist. I understand, Shelly. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And then she goes in for the kill. Anyway, I'm going to mist this. It gives it some moisture to it, and it won't crackle. Because if you just emboss it like this, you have the possibility that because it's dry, then it will emboss it so deep that it crackles. And it's just not as pretty. So I'm going to turn around here over the garbage can, and I'm going to mist my Designer Series paper here real quick. I'm just going to mist it. Yeah, can you tell? It's folding itself up. I'm going to stick it right in the middle. Okay. I'm going to fold it. Now, you always, when you emboss with the embossing folder, the folded in goes in first. Because if you do it this way, you have the possibility that this can get pulled up accidentally and destroy your embossing folder, and you don't want that to happen. Anyway, we lay it right straight down on the platform and put 1 standard plate on top, and then just run it through your Big Shot like this. Okay. Oopsie, sorry. Boy, I'm just giving y'all the shakies tonight, aren't I? All right. And see how deep embossed that is? You might can tell better if you look at the debossed side. See how deep those impressions are? No, maybe if I turn them sideways. And that's why if you don't moisten it, it will crackle. But I love it. I love it. So that's going to have to dry for just a moment. It won't take it long. It won't take it long at all. And while it is, we are going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our tree onto our card front. And y'all see, there I put it. I knew I put that tree somewhere. Just couldn't remember where I was laid it at. Okay, Granny Apple Green. What better color for a tree other than Pear Pizzazz? Pear Pizzazz is my favorite for trees. But this is going to work. Everything is going to be green or white on this card. We have no other colors. We are going to stamp this tree right down here in the right bottom corner. Just like this. My arm's a little sweaty, and they want to stick to everything I'm touching here. Okay, while we're at it, I'm going to sign my envelope. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our envelope too, because I am going to stamp some of this tree on the front of my envelope also. We're going to go just right down here like that. I like it. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. I like it. I love it. All right, we're going to stamp our sentiment right up here. It's right here. I am going to, first of all, I'm going to stamp it right over here because I want to make sure it's straight. And of course, it's not straight on my block. So I'm going to see. Okay, if I turn my block this way, I think it's going to be. Let me turn it about like that. Ta-da! Yay! I got it straight by doing it that way. Alrighty. Let me see. I totally forgot to get the You Are Wonderful out of the Rooted in Nature. It's going to go on the inside. And we are going to pull this one right here off. We're going to put it on this H block right here because I'm just not even going to bother to pull that off that D block and use it. I'm going to see if I got it on here straight. Pretty much, but not really. Okay. Let's see. That'll work. As long as I can. And I am going to stamp this kind of over this way a little bit. Just a smudge this away. There it goes. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Now, this is still a little damp. So, what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the inside. And we're going to, I have got this strip. This strip of the Tropical Escape DSP is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. This piece is 5 1/4 by 3/4. And this piece is going to go right here. And we're going to use our liquid glue to put it on here. And we're just going to go shoop like that. And we're just going to come, not even, yeah, we're going to go to the edge. To the edge here. To the edge. Let's get it to the edge here. Let's see. Well, another thing I like about this liquid glue, it gives me a moment if I don't have it straight. That looks good. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on the inside of our card. Like this. And since it's a little bit shorter, I mean, it's cut a little bit smaller, it's got a little bit more of a shaded spruce border around. And we're going to okay, it's dry enough now that I'm going to, and I'm going to tell you, when you emboss like this, you want to use a little extra adhesive, and but don't go crazy with it, because I did with my first one. I had it squirting out the sides. I don't tell you what, I had the awfulest mess trying to get that all up. You know. But anywho, that's how it goes. And here I am sticking my finger in the glue. I can feel it. And I'm going to get this lined up right up here and right over here in this corner. And pull it right down here to this corner. Get it all lined up. And there we go. Yep, it's lined up. Now we're going to rub it down. Ooh. Now, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Can you see that embossing? I don't know. I love it. I think it looks great on this. This is well, flitter. I can't remember. I don't know if that is not the shaded spruce. It's one of the others. But anyway, whatever. I love it. I love it. I do too, Shannon. I like the big sentiments. Hey, Shelly. And, yay, I'm glad you could see it. Yay. All right, so we're going to get this one on the front. And, we're going to be through with this one too. Again, these are not hard to make. These don't take long to make. None of these have been hard or take forever to make. I got a blob right there. Let me spread that out a little bit where it won't squirt out this side down here. And, so these have been just really quick and simple and easy, and not a lot of layer cards tonight. Even though I love those layers. Okay, look at there. Scoot you over. Scoot you over. Now then, that's more even. All right, so here we have it. Here is our third card. Here's the one I had already made. Voila! Thinking of you, you are wonderful. So, that is it, guys. And we have time, so you can take you and let you. Oh, I know, Jessie. You have got to get your big shot. You have got to. It's awesome. So anyway, here is, I'm going to move this. So here's our third card. I'm going to see if I can make sure I could get them all into the camera view. Here's our second one. Well, let me open this so you can see the inside. There's our second one. I think I'll put this like this. Okay. Now, this is our third card. Or our first card. First, second, third. Show you the inside of this one. It does, doesn't it, Shannon? I love it too. I mean, wasn't sure how I was going to like that shaded spruce because it's so dark, but I'm loving it. I think it is awesome because it does. It makes it pop, and it makes these lighter shades of green really pop out like that. And, but anyway, here we are, guys. This is what we have made. Thank you. I really appreciate all the love y'all give me. I do. Really do. So anyway, okay, we're going to go see the babies. And please just don't notice my dirty house. We do have 6.5-month-old babies here. And they are very, very messy babies, I'm telling you. Plus, hey, I've done some cleaning in my crafty room. See? I've cleaned up the floor some. Yep. I've got a lady that's interested in some of my retired stuff, so I've been trying to straighten all of that out. I'm hoping she will buy it so I can get it out of my crafty room and have some extra money. Oh my gosh. One of them's made a mess on the floor over here. And if you can tell, we have babies. Look at all the toys on the floor. Yep. Oh, they are sleeping. Whoops. No. There they are. I won't jump yet. Anyway, here they are. Here's Tut. Say hello, Tut. Say hello. And there's Cleopatra. And now they're saying, there's my mama. Yeah, you want to say hello? Here, want to say hello? Can you say hello? Yeah. But there they are. I told y'all they have gotten huge. Yes. They've gotten huge. Look at those babies. Yes. They are stinkers. If I can back up faster than they can. Turn the light off. For Johnny. He's been canning today and in the garden, so he's mowed today, so he's tired. There's Tut. Cleo, sit. Sit pretty. Cleopatra. Come here and sit pretty. Come here and sit pretty. She thinks if I tell her to sit pretty, she's supposed to get a treat. Sit pretty. Sit pretty so everybody can see how pretty you are. Look at there. There we go. All right. Well, there's the babies, y'all. I'm going to go back in here and tell y'all good night. Thank y'all for watching. You just don't know how much it means to me. And, yes, Shelly, I know I've seen your house with all the cat toys everywhere. You think that we do have pet stores in our house. But, anyway, just love our babies. That's all. We just love our babies. Oh, they'll get a treat. They always get treats. I was going to buy a banana today before I came home, and I forgot. So, but they'll get a treat. They've got these little teeth cleaning treats that I like to give them, and they think they're the grandest things. But anyway, thanks guys for coming. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the comments and the love that y'all give me. And y'all have a blessed week. Get in your crafty room, your crafty space. Get creative. And if you want any of this stuff, just order it. You can make these cards. I'd be honored for you to make these cards like mine. Just make me feel good. And if you do not have a demonstrator, here I am. Be glad to be your demonstrator. We got some good things going on this month. And our holiday catalog is coming up real soon. Y'all can order from it. I think it's September the 5th. And I'll tell you what, awesome stuff in there. Awesome stuff in there. And so, yeah, I love how Shelly's Olivia puts her things in certain orders, her toys and things, and it's really cute. So, sometimes I wonder if she's OCD. But anyway, thanks, guys. Y'all have an awesome evening. I will be back here, good Lord willing, next Monday evening, 7 Central, right here on the Praying Stamper. And y'all have an awesome week. Love you guys. Bye.